Hello there, and welcome to 5 Thoughts about Cataclismo version 1.0. This video is a very personal review about the game, featuring 5 things that really were for me the strongest impressions about the game, followed by a little rating depending on what I've been thinking about the game. This is also the very first time that I tried this new format, so let me know what you think about it. And let's get started with the very first thing about Cataclismo. So, this is a Horde real-time strategy game, you know? You're building your fortress against the hordes of evil. They're coming to kill you. I really like that setting. You also get to explore around and expand your fortress. You do that thing that you do since they are billions or Warcraft, and it's a fun thing, especially the part that where we conquer and expand. I really appreciate that, and I gotta say, I'm an easy to please crowd on that end. Ever since they are billions, I really like this kind of genre, and yeah, always love to play that, so that's definitely a positive one for me. Number two, the expansion game feels good to me. You know, that whole land grabbing and wood income, stone income increasing thing that we all know if we play these games a lot. It's well implemented. I mean, there's nothing new on the table here that we didn't know except for the oxygen collectors, which need to be a little bit above ground so they don't suck in too much corruption. But beyond that, it's solid, it's classic, I like it. I mean, it's a part of a game formula where I don't know what we really need to expand too much upon, so I really enjoy myself the pressure that I need to grow faster before the enemy overruns me, and I need to plan where I can do my expansions. This is all well executed, it works in the numbers, and yeah, I really enjoy myself on that end. Number three, the unit gameplay lacks a special wow. I really gotta say, I don't know. It's something where there's only a couple of troops. There's archers and there's AoE bombers and tanks. That's basically most of your lineup, and a hero who gets a couple of spells. You don't have an a extraordinary large amount of orders that you can give your people, so that's also very simplistic. The main takeaway here is that we use architecture to get the best out of these troops. So the archers have a 5 meter or above desired height to work. The lobbers want to be 4 meter or less, and so on and so forth. But that's all, to me personally, not really much of an innovation, and it grew quite stale on me quite quickly. I mean, maybe I'm demanding here on that end too much, but I feel like the unit gameplay is better executed in other games like this. The units here feel also a little bit clunky. I do, oh well, I didn't feel the feel as much as with diplomacy is not an option, for example, with the unit gameplay. That being said, I don't want to make it sound too bad. The tools that you have, they work. They are cool to handle, but I do miss a little bit of more complexity early on. You're sticking to those to those basic troops for such a long time. It's kind of a shame, given the fact how complex and deep everything else in the game is. Well, number four. You can build really amazingly deep defenses. You know, what you see here is ridiculously bad. It's just a bit of a wall with a stairwell. The building system is insane. You know, you can build entire castles, and it's all made with a Lego brick system, which is really, really cool. I mean, I really like that, because that means we can build so many different things, and you can always totally adapt into the environment, which makes the entire resource expansion gameplay much more exciting. So we can, for example, build a castle wall which exactly melds into the landscape, which is amazing. You can also build a castle which has lots of windows where people can fire out of. So with some optimization, this place here could host so many more people. It's amazing. This is something where I gotta say, Cataclysmo has a unique and powerful toolset. It works with blueprints, so you basically just have to build the complex parts of your build once, and then you can blueprint them. You can also access them from the workshop. all really good stuff. I gotta say, this is a very, very positive part, and this is, to me personally, where the real unique sales point of Cataclysmo lies. These intricate, insane fortifications that you can tinker are, wow, it's really something else that I no other real-time strategy game out there that I was or Horde defense real-time strategy game that I've been playing recently had so many amazing options to build something. I mean, here you only see the tip of the iceberg. We can construct merlons, which make the walls more sturdy. There's items which we can place, which increase the firepower of our dudes. There's other upgrades that you can use. The building system is where Cataclysmo really shines, and it deserves a clear positive recommendation on that end if you like to build things. And which brings me directly to number 5, which is the shadow of the amazing building system. The controls of the building system are something of a kind. Well, like, building stairwells is overtly complicated. See, you have so many different building pieces for those stairs, and you constantly need to puzzle them together. And it becomes even worse once you are at this point where, well, let me show you by deleting parts of the wall here, where you need to build interior things. So this stairwell here has been built and then sealed off externally, visually. It's hard to see, and that's a constant thing. It's hard to see, and you need to puzzle the parts together, and it's hard. Learning the building system of this game is such a hassle that I gotta say, I personally copped out on that. It really ruined the game for me that the building system is so hard to dig in, especially since you kind of have to build interior areas, but you lack the tools to properly see into your interior areas after you have built a wall in front of them. Sure, you can learn. There's always a way to learn things, you see. It's never impossible to do anything, but it really was one other thing where I felt like, yeah, that's not for me. But I gotta say, this 5th point, I don't note as a negative one. It's just not for me. The point here is there's blueprints, there's a workshop, there's everything is modular. It's mostly me not wanting to get involved into the depth of the systems here, and not the game's fault. Everything the game does works extremely well in its own boundaries. I just heavily dislike the clunkiness of the building system and how complicated it is to build interior areas mostly, or to look inside of the box. Maybe I have not understood the controls correctly enough, but I've been tinkering around now for enough hours to be just, yeah, you get the idea what I want to say. So that's definitely a negative one on my end. So what's the conclusion for me? I like this game, even though it's not for me. I would really like to be able to play it more, but it burns me out in the construction area. So to sum it up, point 1, Horde RTS was a positive one, so that's 1 point given. Point 2, the whole expansion gameplay and the pressure behind it and the monster attacks, it all works and blends together. Definitely a plus point on that end. The unit gameplay being a little bit shallow, I don't even give that a clear negative. They just didn't go for a crazy new invention there. So that's a neutral one. So half a point from my end, which brings us to 2.5 so far. The 4th, the building system, yeah, that's clearly amazing. I mean, that's a clear plus. The things that you can do, I mean, it's really just ridiculous what I am showcasing, because I am not really able to build fantastic things on my own yet. Maybe one day I do. But as you can see, this is just a little bit of a taste what you can do. Definitely a positive one, bringing us to 3.5. And the tediousness on thought number 5 is clear negative for me, which brings Cataclysmo to me, on my personal rating, to a 3.5. I really would like to give this game 4 or 5, but there's just, I don't know. It's just not for me, I think. I strongly would recommend this game to everybody who is deeply involved in tinkering and and fidgeting around with things and enjoying that, I think those people will enjoy their time a lot there. But for me personally, yeah, I'm just not. Maybe I'm still burned out from learning Dwarf Fortress for such a long time, but I'm currently not capable or willing to learn this game with the time that it needs. That being said, the building system is rewarding, so there you have it. 5 thoughts about Cataclysm. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'd be very interested about your opinion as well. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, and let me know again what you think about this new format, because I would really like to review games in the future like that more often, because it adds more of a personal note to me, I think. And yeah, feel free to support the channel. There's a YouTube membership thingy going on, and a couple of links down there. I would be grateful if you did. Many of thanks go out for all of you who do. And of course, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed your time, and see you next time.